Alrighty, we're now at part 4, and we're talking about the WrestleMania of TNA, Bound for Glory pay-per-view predictions for 2012. This is going to be even smaller than the previous segment because fuck TNA. uh, let's break this down. First things first, we've got. That was weird.
I think Braden's just ran off.
Ran off because it's TNA.
Yeah,
Uh,
just probably gone to run and take a shit.
oh,
Hey,
take
wasn't I praising them like
right.
a few episodes ago? I
Take a
I don't
steaming pile of
completely
Bound for
hate them.
Glory.
The card doesn't look half bad, you know?
I'm
Well,
a
I'll
little
get
confused
to.
with some of the matches, though. I mean, well, all right, let's talk about this one first. Joey Ryan against Al Snow. Now, they've been building up this feud between the two of them and the whole gut check thing, but to me, this is not a Bound for Glory match. This is something that should have been maybe at No Surrender or, uh, I don't know, just kind of. I just don't see the point in having it here.
It's a card filler.
Yeah, it's a card filler that could have been used for somebody else. Like, what have they been doing with Crimson?
Well,
Isn't that whole
maybe
build up
they
for
figured
nothing?
out he's horse manure and don't want him on pay-per-view cards.
No, he's working in OVW at the moment. Basically, he's green and he needs a lot more work.
So they give him an
That's
undefeated
what it
streak
is.
and for no reason. What if? But this match with the Joey Ryan and Al Snow thing, at the very least, it's good that they're doing it. Again, I don't think that it should be on the card. I think that that spot's better served for the other people like the well, with TNA, who do you do? That's the other thing. Abyss, no, he's not doing anything. You can't. I don't know. You could even throw in together like a Matt Morgan if he's going to be returning and everything. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, Joey Ryan against Al Snow. If they're going to build this up as like a big push for Joey Ryan, then obviously he needs to win the match. Is this actually for a contract or is it just the two of them against each other?
It's a contract. It's
Joey Ryan needs to
basically,
win.
yeah, it's one of those where it's not really going to matter. Joey Ryan, it's not really going to matter at all.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't expect it to be a bad match. I don't expect it to be a great match. I expect it to just kind of be a match.
Yeah,
It's filler. It's they'll throw it in as kind of a bathroom break. Well, no, TNA won't because TNA doesn't know how to do that. But I'm expecting this to be maybe like third match of the night, something like that.
Yeah,
yeah, somewhere
it's
early on.
That or it'll be late and used as a bathroom break. But
it's one of those things. It's not really going to matter.
yeah. Another one that really doesn't matter too much. The Knockouts Championship, Miss Tessmacher against Tara. At least they've got a feud going in there where it's the whole student versus teacher thing and all that. I
And
kind
they,
of expect Tara to win the title. Um, but
Yes and no.
if she doesn't, then I wouldn't be too surprised either because Tessmacher is one of the only people that they're actually. That's another thing too is why don't they have Madison Rain on here?
Basically, she was complaining about that recently. How they haven't got her on there because a fan asked her why the hell they've like taken her off the card. She was supposed to be in a feud with Brooke Hogan, but then they realised Brooke Hogan can't fucking wrestle to save her life,
Now,
and now
don't
they keep her off the
Brooke
card.
Hogan in the crap. She doesn't know how to wrestle. You need to have actual wrestlers.
Yeah, but that's just not going to happen. So they kept her off the card. I think, truthfully, it would have been a good idea to like reunite Madison Rain and Tara together as like a team. It would have worked things out a little bit easier. Created a nice little swerve for Tessmacher, but instead they're going away with she has a Hollywood boyfriend who's probably going to end up being
The next Cody Deaner.
pretty much or someone established on the roster. What was his name? The dude who has the Zack Ryder gimmick from the Jersey Shore, whatever his
Robbie
name.
Robbie
E.
E.
Robbie. E. It's probably going to be him.
I like Robbie E.
I do as well, but I think he's very much a Zack Ryder parody,
Yeah.
Yeah,
in my
he's more
opinion.
Jersey Shore-esque than Zack Ryder is, though. Like, completely.
Zack Ryder's
True.
the WWE owned version of Jersey Shore.
Yes, and I think Ryder's version is much better than Robbie's.
Well, he's more of a New Yorker, isn't he? Like, he's from Long Island, he's not from Jersey. That's the difference.
Hmm.
Well, Robbie's not exactly from Jersey either, but we'll just go back in. We'll go into that later.
Yeah.
Who you guys going with between Tessmacher and Tara? Who do you think's winning?
Tessmacher. I like Tara, and I feel she's smoking hot. Got a lot more miles left in her. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't. I think she's there to put Tessmacher over.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, and it'll be definitely better than anything the Divas and the WWE have put on this year.
I
Without
agree with
Because
it.
these two can actually work together.
Then we have the TV Championship, the new champion Samoa Joe, because they don't have the foresight to just make Devon drop the title. Uh,
Oh well, they
against,
did, but Devon refused to. So
so then you know what you do? You pull up Bret Hart. Fuck it. uh, get Earl Hebner to do it. He already wears the t-shirts.
no, but it was a last minute negotiation thing where they ended up basically breaking contact with him. He offered to come on to them and say, look, I'll drop the belt for you, and they just refused. They were going to get rid of the championship, and then when they asked him to come back and drop the title, we was just like, well, no.
Well, Samoa Joe is going to face Magnus, who I actually thought was going to win the TV Championship. I don't think he's going to win here. I expect Samoa Joe to retain, and if he drops it, he'll drop it on either Impact or he'll drop it at the next pay-per-view, but not here, not to Magnus.
I just think they've got the wrong British Invasion guy there. I've strongly am behind Doug Williams. I think Douglas Williams did an amazing job with the television title previously. As for Magnus, he's got a lot more to learn. I think they should send him to OVW to actually hone his craft before he actually goes back on the main roster. They have a number of guys that could have easily faced Joe for the television championship. I look at Joe for the win here though because I don't believe his reign's going to be short. I think it's going to be a very long reign because they have faith in Joe, but they just don't want to put him in the world title feud as of yet. Braden?
Um, it's just, yeah, it's kind of like a throwaway feud. Like Magnus has just kind of been like since their tag team disbanded, it's been like attacking Joe for no reason. So now it's like Joe's got the television title, so it feels like another card filler. Basically, hopefully Joe can get a good match out of him, but I'm expecting something meh. But yeah, I think he's going to retain the title. There's no way Magnus is winning it here. No, not at all.
Nah, it doesn't seem right. I mean, they could because it's TNA, and both TNA and WWE just change their minds sometimes and
Just title
stuff. But
switches for no reason.
right, but nah, I don't know. Then there's the X Division Championship between Zema Ion and Rob Van Dam. Uh, I'm kind of expecting Zema Ion to win that one. Not only because of the fact that Zema Ion seems to be getting a pretty decent push, but it's also kind of rumored that Rob Van Dam might leave TNA soon. And if you're going to utilize him before he leaves, you might as well throw him in something like that where you can put over somebody. Uh, that should be actually a pretty decent match, unless it's more of a Rob Van Dam match, because I'm not a huge supporter of Rob Van Dam matches. But um, kind of another mid card match to throw in there.
Yeah, it's like these two don't really have anything going on. Let's put them together so they get on the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But if they
Sort
click,
of.
it could be a good match. If they
It's one of
don't,
those you've seen one Rob Van Dam match, you've seen them all.
Right. He's gonna do the Rolling Thunder. He's gonna do the 5-star frog splash. If he
or like he
misses,
attempts it, he misses and sells the ribs.
yeah, it's the same kind of stuff. He does the kicks, and it's kind of like a Rey Mysterio match. If you love it, you'll love it every single time. If you're not a huge fan, every time it's boring.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I think Rob Van Dam, in regards to TNA, he won the world title, and that's as good as it was going to get for
Yeah.
him. I don't feel that he helps the company in any way.
Nope, not really.
No, and
He's just kind of there.
yeah, he's one of those guys where it was good to have him there, nice little bit of nostalgia. But really, he doesn't even need the money. He doesn't need to be there. He was there to show the WWE, in my opinion, that he could be a main eventer without them. Which, truthfully, nah. I'm not. I'm not even thrilled with his reign. I think he's going to be another injury under Ion, who I feel is the worst X Division champion on the planet, and the company should stop pushing him. It's another one of the bad ideas that Dixie Carter has, along with her giving herself a reason to live. Anyway,
Street fight: Bobby Roode versus James Storm with King Mo as the special enforcer. I have no clue who the hell King Mo is. He's an MMA guy, right?
yeah, James
Yeah.
Storm, because I believe this is sort of payback um, for the
Can
previous.
for the previous year.
Yeah, so
Smash a beer bottle over my head cost me my title.
it was one of those things where I am going to be doing an episode touching on the feud and rewriting the book. Cheap plug. But as far as anything goes, I don't feel it's going to probably be the match for the night, but it shouldn't. It needed to give the. It should have had the world title, and it should have been the main
Yep.
event,
Yep.
and they should have saved it for something else instead of doing it now. And I understand why they're doing it, but I just don't believe they should have done it. So
Yeah, I'm
that's
going with
me.
Team James Storm too.
Yeah,
Braden.
James Storm.
Oh yeah, Storm needs to get his revenge. I thought he was gonna get it at Lockdown. I mean, if he doesn't get it now, it's like when the fuck is he ever gonna get revenge on this guy? Can he pull one over on him? Like fuck.
2017.
It's like Rude always gets the better of him. It's like he can't possibly do it again. I bet
Right.
he
Yeah,
could, but it's like just give the guy the damn victory. Everyone wants to see him just beat the shit out of him
Right.
at this point.
And
yeah. No,
there's another feud that's been going on far too long as far as I'm concerned, and that's the tag team championship between Daniels and Kazarian and AJ Styles and Kurt Angle, and they also
With
just threw in Chavo and
Chavo and
Hernandez.
Hernandez.
I'm hoping that Chavo and Hernandez win because I'm sick and tired of seeing this Angle and AJ against
Well,
Kazarian and Daniels feud.
even if they win, Chavo and Hernandez could feud with other people, and Daniels and Kaz could like blame AJ and Kurt for costing them the titles, and even with the titles not on the line, they could still be doing a tag team feud.
I hope
then
So it's like either way, this could still be going on.
maybe
it's dried up. The
the
feud's
Angle will just
dried
be
up.
injured or something like that.
Yeah,
You know,
Angle
like,
should have been dead after it was revealed that AJ wasn't that woman's child's father.
oh
And
God, I can't believe it. That's got to be like a runner up for like worst angle of the year.
Now, see,
That's embarrassing.
I like Daniels and Kazarian as the champions, but I just if the only people that they're ever going to have them face are going to be AJ and Kurt, then they need to move on and do something else. That's it.
uh,
I would rather them keep the titles and feud with somebody else. That's the thing. But if it comes down to it, uh, and the only way we're going to get any change is by having a title change, then I hope Chavo and Hernandez win instead of AJ and Kurt because I don't like the idea of AJ and Kurt as a tag team.
yeah, again, it's one of those things. I think they're giving Kurt something to do while he's trying to heal up.
Hmm.
But my opinion, I think they just run its course. It's ran its course since day one. They're trying to keep it fresh with Hernandez and Chavo. But to me, the tag team division in TNA is literally on life support because there are no credible teams feuding with Kazarian and Daniels, which is a waste because they're such a freaking awesome
Yeah, and
team.
due to that, I think Kaz and Daniels are still going to retain the titles here. I don't see them dropping it.
Yeah, I hope not.
Then the two main events, there's the Aces and Eights match with this is kind of weird against Sting and Bully Ray. Now, aren't there like how many people are in the Aces and Eights?
Like a whole
I
shit
don't
ton.
know.
Like
There are
500 or
loads of
something.
inbreds, loads of
Like it
inbreds.
says
It's
tag team match, but shouldn't it be like handicap match, like 10
Yeah,
versus 2? I thought it was going to be like Team Sting, like
yeah.
he
Have like
recruits a bunch of people.
people like Ken Anderson and
Yeah, just a whole team versus like all of Aces and Eights, and then I see it's only him and Bully Ray. Like when I heard Bully Ray was on his team, I'm like, okay, so that's the first announced person of Team Sting,
yeah.
and then
That's
they're
what I
gonna
was
add
thinking
more
that they were gonna
people,
do.
and then it's like they haven't, and I'm like, okay, it's the two of them versus like a group of seemingly a never-ending amount of people.
So
That's a little mismatched.
I'd
And
like to
note to
see
Dixie
them.
Carter in the TNA marketing department: don't put a poster for your next pay per view with the Aces and Eights on the poster, because it kind of reveals who's going to win this match.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if we saw something happen where it turns into a full tag team match instead of a handicap match. And if that's the case, then a couple people that I think could be in it are Mr. Anderson, Matt Morgan making his return. I don't think that they would give it to like Kid Cash or Kenny King or those kind of X Division guys, but I could see them throwing in Garrett Bischoff as one of the people on
Mm,
their tag team, maybe, but more than likely not Eric Young or Douglas Williams. I don't think Pope's ready to come back yet from his injury, and that's pretty much it for Abyss. Maybe, but I would think more than anything, if anybody's going to be added to the team, it'll be Anderson and Garrett Bischoff and maybe Matt Morgan. But I hope that they do, because if it's just Sting and Bully Ray, then
It's gonna come off kind of weird.
it's going to be awkward.
it's
Yeah,
going to be like kissing your sister at the Summer Ball.
From
Don't give them
experience.
poor. Yeah. No, but
Ace to
basically,
eights win.
yeah, and I believe it's Bully Ray's going to turn on Sting. I believe he'll be revealed as the main man behind the Aces Night. That's my opinion.
hmm.
I believe there's going to be a swerve because it's TNA and they live on swerves.
When Russo's around, maybe.
No, Pritchard's just as worse.
Well,
Hence the
how
reason why he's putting himself in as like for some weird reason with these little promos of Al Snow.
well, here's something to try to predict. How many times during this pay-per-view is the referee going to get bumped and somebody going to bleed?
Oh, a
20.
lot.
There's
I
going to
can't even
be
count that.
there's there has to be a ref bump either in this match or the TNA Championship match. It's going to happen. They
Ref
do it all
bumps
the time,
only matter if the referee has to run down a long aisleway.
right?
Yes.
That was so good.
Has
But
to run a marathon to the ring.
as far as the TNA Championship goes, though, I think that this could be a really good match between Austin Aries and Jeff Hardy. But I also think it has the potential to be a total bomb,
Did you
and that would
see
be
the crappy promo they tried to do and have him do a Punk shoot on TNA on Impact?
no. Who was the one doing the shoot?
It was Austin Aries. He took a piece of paper that he was given when someone wrote something for him, looked at it, threw it to one side, and started cutting a promo talking about how bad the company's gotten and how people want him to fail and how the fans have gotten behind. It literally just felt like a CM Punk promo.
Well, that sounds like they're just taking like the summer of Punk and making it like what the fall of Aries. He's
Yeah,
apparently a heel now. Like I haven't
yeah,
watched TNA in a few weeks, and he's
Oh, he
turning.
turned heel.
yeah.
And
His title reign.
I'm like, what the fuck? He was working just fine as like, the I don't know if he was really an anti-hero, but he's connecting well with the character he was playing. He made
Well,
a progressive transition into a face when he was feuding with Bobby Roode, and then it lasted like a whole 2 months, and
Months.
now he's a
Yeah.
heel again.
this
Like,
is TNA booking, right? You book him strong against Bobby Roode. You book him strong to defeat Bobby Roode. State that Bobby Roode's never going to get a rematch, so Roode leaves. And then Aries has another title match. Who does he have the title match with? He's on a pay per view asking a member of Aces and Eights to fight him. This is your champion, people, and you
yeah,
don't give him a fucking challenger,
Hmm.
right? Then you put him in a feud with Jeff Hardy, who you're trying to re-sign, and you're going to freaking hand the title to him. And Jeff has to be the face in this situation for some weird reason, because apparently the crowd, you know,
well,
everyone
yeah,
believes
but
in Jeff.
I was expecting that. But what's so bad about? Can you beat me? Can I beat you? We're both faces. Who's the better man?
Right.
Do you know
You
what I would
know,
have done?
I thought that's the way they were gonna go with this.
Well, the best way they could have done it is had the match between him and Jeff Hardy on Impact, right? Have it sort of a special sort of match. Have Rude come down and interfere, or the Aces and Eights interfere, or I would say Rude interfere and then Storm come out and basically beat on Rude, make it a fatal four way. Boom! Championship means something. Boom! Feud and Storm, the feud between Storm and Rude, that's going to have a resolution. Hardy's involved. No
Yeah,
issue.
it's
And
it
then you
just
don't end up giving a championship to the guy who's going to end up flushing it down the toilet again. Because I don't care how much Sting, with his Christian beliefs and everybody else, believes that Hardy's a changed man. I believe he's a time bomb waiting to explode. And if you give him the
well,
championship over a guy like Austin Aries, you really need to actually start thinking about what you're doing.
well, if they give him the title, he could still decide not to resign and leave anyway in February.
And
It still might not mean shit. I mean, the WWE gave him 2 reigns,
but
and
do
he
you
still
think
didn't
that,
stay with them, and he
yeah,
fucking split anyway.
but do you think they will basically the WWE is going to re-sign him? They know the dude's had a drug trafficking case against him. What is that going to say about your company hiring that dude? Plus, they've got this whole issue with TNA where they can't sign anyone from TNA anyway. They freaking didn't even sign it. What was his name?
Talk about
Motor City
Shelley.
Machine Guns. Yeah, Shelley. They didn't even offer him a contract. They were supposed to offer him a contract with the Cruiserweight show. They couldn't even offer him a contract because they're waiting on TNA. This is what really pisses me off.
Yeah,
It's
but if your contract's expired and you don't resign, you're not under TNA contract anymore.
Yeah, but they made it a
you're
whole issue not to sign
yeah,
any
but
TNA
they
contractors.
shouldn't. Like wrestlers are independent contractors.
No, but you know what's going to happen is they're going to end up. They turn Austin Aries heel to
Yeah, what a
appease that.
ridiculous
So
heel turn.
so that
Did you?
means that they're going to justify taking the title off of Austin Aries and giving it to Jeff Hardy. So Jeff Hardy will re-sign with the company, have kind of a short title reign, end up dropping it to whomever they decide, because they're going to switch the aces and eights thing around probably 15 times in the next month. Whenever they decide who is the leader of it, uh, and then they drop it to somebody else, and then they'll do something like that. It'll end up going to Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, but that's the problem, and I know it's going to go to Jeff. And as far as I'm concerned, they have really messed up a reign that could have been something really credible. They could have shown how different they are from the WWE by putting Aries up at that level, because Aries deserved that opportunity. They could have done something where they've shown an X Division guy breaking away from his archetype and becoming a main event or a bona fide main event by solidifying his position in the company. Instead, they've made his reign look like a fucking joke.
Well, yeah,
It's
but the heel turn seems so ridiculously and painfully forced. It's like, oh, we need a
it's a
heel in this situation. Oh, okay, we're turning Austin heel.
it's a
Y-
Russo move. It literally
You
is a
know,
Russo move,
he
and we
was
can't
barely a
really blame
face.
Russo. Yeah, we can't even blame Russo on this. The person we have to blame is, well, basically Eric Bischoff and what's his name, freaking Bubba Love, whatever his name is.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
No, brother Love,
Brother
what's his name?
Love,
I was gonna
Pritchard,
say he gets
whatever.
Pritchard.
blamed for other stuff.
Yes, who wants to put himself on television for some reason as an authority figure when Hogan's your fucking authority figure, retard. The
I
fact
don't
is
know. I
TNA are suffering the same problem that the WWE have got, but it's even bigger because the company is just ignoring it, and instead Dixie Carter's trying to one up the WWE in terms of their product. Dixie, you're a mark for yourself. You've really missed the boat on this pay-per-view. It could have been something special. The best thing, hopefully, that's going to come from this pay-per-view will be Storm versus Roode. I think the rest of it's going to be a big steaming pile of shit.
Hmm.
depends on the booking.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is done badly.
Well, remember everybody, you can check out the live coverage on the website. Which, if anybody's interested in doing that for me, because this is I not only do I not get as many page views for TNA pay-per-views as I do with WWE, but lately with Google screwing me over on stuff, I mean they're back to not counting stats as much. I mean I'm getting told that I am getting 1/3 less of the hits that I've been getting for the past few months. So I'm really stressed out when it comes to that. Uh, it's really annoying when you go from, you know, say maybe 1,500 per day to 900. So I know I'm going to get terrible stats when it comes to this TNA pay per view, and probably every TNA pay per view for a while, and that ends up making it to where I don't really feel like doing it, which at the same time makes me not enjoy it as much. So if anybody out there that is listening to the show, if you have the experience and all that, and you really would like to, add that to your resume that you write for a website, if you're interested in doing the live coverage and all that, send me a message and let me know because not only would it take off some stress off of my back, but hey, if you would have fun doing it, then I'd like to help you have fun. Otherwise, I'm gonna still be doing it. And you
I
can
would
follow it
say that
during
I'll
the.
do it for you, Tony, but the problem is I'm probably just going to end up slandering the whole pay-per-view by the end of it. You're going to have just like cuss word going down the whole.
Right.
So it's probably not worth it.
But check out the coverage. I'll be doing it at the very least for Bound for Glory. I might stop doing it after that. It all kind of depends on how Bound for Glory goes. Um, you can check out the chat on the side and let me know what your kind of comments are throughout the pay per view and everything. Keep me company because I can't watch the whole thing. I'd be, probably pulling my eyes out eventually.
This is Tony's version of water torture, basically.
Yeah.
It's his Guantanamo Bay.
But
But
as far as that's it for the pay per view thing. Now there's just some plugs. So starting off, there's the standard old sign me up initiative. If you take a sign that says Smark Out Moment to any kind of wrestling event, send me a picture or the video itself that you record, and I'll put you up on Smack Talking. That's the same as it always is, and it always applies. So whether you're going to a WWE show or you're going to Bound for Glory and falling asleep, or I don't know, you've got some backyard wrestling thing or something like that, and you know, throw me a bone.
well,
I'll
if you
put
go
you
to
up
Dixie
that.
Carter's house, just put the sign in the window
She wouldn't be able to read it.
because she's hardcore country.
Oh. All right, throw out some plugs out there for Spood Beast and whatnot.
Yeah, so check out my super awesome gaming channel, www.youtube.com/spoodbeast. I think I've spelled it out many, many times. If you haven't heard me spell it out, go back a few episodes. You'll hear me
It's
spell it out.
Plus, it's
QL.
also in the comments section at the bottom there. And also check out our super awesome gaming podcast that doesn't include Tony Mango
Yes.
for at the moment in time.
Well, at least
And
right now, I'm sure he'll be on
unless
eventually.
it's something that he likes, like Pokemon or Bond.
Something I can actually
He'll
talk
make
about. You want to talk
appearances,
about
don't
Super
worry.
Mario or
We'll get
I'll
him
Tetris?
make sure that
eventually.
I'll make sure he's included on the TNA game episode.
Never played it.
We'll do an episode of Fire Pro Wrestling and see if he's included. But basically, that's igotgameplay.com. That's igotgamplay.com. You can also check out the Facebook page, facebook.com/igotgameplay. And we also have it located on iTunes. If you locate the YouTube channel or the Facebook page, just click on the link, subscribe. We do one episode per week. And this week we're going to be focusing on Suda 51. Or should I say next week. And yesterday's episode that we just recorded was Heavy Rain. So take a look. It's got some great little opinions if you want to be on the show. Leave us a comment on the Facebook page and also add me on Skype. And check out my blog, www.nerdgenius.com, nerdgenius.com. I still do my blogs. We'll be completing a few more, rewriting the book, and I'm going to have a very busy month coming up in November as I've just returned to acting, so I'll be doing a lot on that as well. Plus the fact that Tony's probably going to end up firing me eventually because I take too much of his time on this one moment.
Then something I don't plug as often. Remember to check out on Limbs, my site for social commentary. I'm in the process of going through the entire site and deleting old articles, and I'm going to be rewriting old ones because my writing style changed to a much better one. And not only is that going to give me better content, but it's going to mesh with the site better. I'm removing all of the pop culture references because I'm going to start another website real soon, Fanboys Anonymous, and that all depends on when I can get a friggin' template that can work. All these Indonesian templates aren't working for me, and the translation from Google Translator isn't helping either.
You heard that? He hates Indonesians, people.
Yeah, I hate their guts. No, I'm just kidding. No, I
Also
hate
just dropped a few jaws by saying it's like, what?
right. Yeah.
What is
No,
Indonesian?
Terrible person.
I only hate the Joni template people.
So that goes your TNA pay-per-view views. It was all Indonesians.
Yeah. So that should be up and everything like that. I remember you could always add me on LinkedIn and all that kind of stuff. Follow my other Twitter accounts and everything. That's it
Make sure
then.
to take out his book, Make Love the Tony Mango Way, in 4 easy steps.
4.
Yes.
I should read this book.
The Mango Sutra.
But thank you to everybody who's been following the show. 50 episodes is pretty awesome. This is actually kind of technically episode 51 because of the awards show, but we're kind of not paying too much attention to that.
He wants to get that out of his memory.
I'm going to try my best to do something special for episode 52. So keep that in mind. And we're going to continue with the best and worst awards later on in the year that I'm going to try to film live and everything like that. And keep sticking with us. We're continually going to change and upgrade everything as much as possible. And hopefully by episode 100, we will be on iTunes and everything else.
And keep watching the skis.
Skies.
Yes.
If you're a Simpsons fan, you should be laughing right now. Great episode. Anyway, that is it then for episode 50. This has been another Smark Out moment, and we're being counted out. See you next time, everybody.
An outro. Yeah, that's what you've got. Up against an entity so strong, pretty politicians buying souls from us. We're PG.
PG.
Linda will find her place in line. So quickly record yourself a little parody, boy, 'cause you know you just got a matter of time. 'Cause you've got an outro.
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 Outro in hell.
An outro. An outro in
Outro in
hell.
hell.
You've got an outro. An outro
Outro in
in hell.
hell.
You've got an outro. An outro in
Outro in
hell.
hell.
Come on, come on, come on. Come and watch it. Come on. Yeah, come on, come on, come and watch it. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on, come and watch it. Come on. Yeah, yeah. Come on, come on, come and watch it. An outro. Yeah. An outro in hell. Yeah.
Yeah.